Ryne, great to have you back on the show.
It's good to be back. Thanks for having me, man.
You were at the vanguard of the revolution as an opener for the Rays, for people who don't know that. So we made a big deal of it. They invited me down. We had the Ryne Stanek opener, which I threw out the first pitch with the Rays. All that is history. But the main thing is, again, you got traded by the Rays. You got injured when you were with the Marlins. Last year was a weird year. Let's talk about that first. Like, what was it like for you last year where you had a chance to bounce back and nothing worked out for you?
Yeah, it was just a lot, like with the whole COVID situation, and I ended up getting sick like with the second game of the season, so basically washed out 5 weeks of my season, and it didn't start any better because I gave up a 3-run homer in my first one, so it started out ugly, and then I had to work my way back from there.
Yeah, I figured, it's like you're making excuses, but I talked about you in the offseason, just your strikeouts alone when you were healthy, when you were with the Rays. Did you feel like I just need a fresh start and a good start somewhere?
Yeah, honestly, I just needed a season to go normally. I feel like it was just a weird year last year. I'm not gonna make excuses. Like it wasn't obviously up to where I feel like I should be on a regular basis, but towards the end of the year and in the playoffs, I feel like I threw the ball better and kind of got back on track a little bit.
Yeah, Ryne has 6 innings right now. He's given up just 1 run, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. That's the type of work that we're used to seeing you do when you're with the Rays. What do they tell you about usage? Like when you sign up, obviously Dusty Baker's the manager, but they still have their baseball ops team. What's the communication like with the Astros as to how they will utilize you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just one thing where I'm pretty versatile, so I can be used in a bunch of different roles. So pretty much from the 5th probably to the 8th to get to Presley. So kind of matchups or whatever, since I'm a little platoon neutral, so I get the ability to kind of mix and match a little bit more. So yeah, pretty open in my usage.
Yeah, now the Astros obviously famously with Verlander, with Garrett Cole, working on usage and the pitch usage and repertoire. What is that like, working with the Astros team when they look at the pitches you throw and advising you?
It's great. The analytics department and Strom and everybody here is so good with developing new pitches, with honing in on usages, what's really successful. Like they're just really good at basically letting you focus on what you need to be focused on. It's just very specific in what your plan is, and they give you good goals and good targets to shoot for. So your aim and your focus is pretty narrow on a couple things instead of focusing on a big range of things to where you can get kind of, I guess, distracted maybe.
Okay. Is that you mentioned Brett Strom, the pitching coach? Is that very different from what you've experienced before with the Rays and Marlins?
Not particularly. Like obviously with Tampa, my pitching coach there, Kyle Snyder, actually played under Strom. So I feel like a lot of what I've had there and here tends to be very similar. And I mean, Mel with Miami was awesome. It's just little differences with just planning and how information is almost relayed. I think that's basically the main difference.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Rays are at the forefront, but I was glad the Astros signing you. You had to look at that. That was a good sign, right? Because there's somebody crunching numbers and looking at you and examining you that's saying, no, we believe in this guy. How did that feel?
It felt good. It felt good because obviously it's the analytics department here with Houston is as good as anybody in the game, and the fact that they came in strong and basically came in and told me that they had a lot of faith in what I did and what my ability and skill set brought to the table to be used for them. It gave me a lot of confidence because they've been good and they want to be good, and they see me as a piece that can help them stay good. So that was definitely made me feel good and was a good factor for me coming in.
Ryne, they've used you from the 4th inning all the way to the 9th. Have you told them that you also work the 1st inning?
Yeah, that was one of the first things I asked Click whenever he brought me in, or we first talked. I was like, is this like maybe a potential that you want to open me or something? And he was like, that's probably not going to be the plan. We have a lot of really good arms to actually start games. So I think those days, at least here, are behind me.
All right. Well, it's always there. James Click, who is with the Rays, now the GM of the Astros. Well, good. Again, it's nice to see you there, and you can look up Baseball Reference. You got a nice 1.50 ERA, so you can build right off that and work that the rest of the year. Ryne, again, congratulations on the early success, and best of luck. We'll stay in touch.